Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Crap, I killed your intro. And then...
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Slime Boss here, and welcome back to the Crazy Cat Podcast. I am joined by my usual co-host, Hylian Hero, Reverse Mailman, and SRJett, and we are here to discuss our 2023 Games of the Year. You know this series, you'll love this series. Let's chat about amazing games of the year. And, yeah, so basically how this one is going to work is that we're going to all take turn stating our whole top fives, not just individual numbers on our list, because that would take way too long. So I'm going to start to be the example. I'm just going to list out my top five, then pass it over to someone else. They're going to list their top five, and then we'll have our discussion afterwards. And it's better for shorts because I can clip out my top five. So
that's the motivation.
Always a reason.
Yeah, get that shorts money that we totally make.
Yeah.
Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell.
If you don't make shorts, you will fail on YouTube in 2024. So they are leaning in hard on those shorts. Anyways, number 5 is Fortnite Chapter 4. You might be wondering, why is Fortnite on your list? And that is because this game, particularly Chapter 4, has just consumed my life over the past year, and it's part of the reason why I didn't play too many games this year. But it was great. It was my first real experience coming into the Fortnite fold. It was a great chapter with a little bit of issues in the middle there, but one of my favorite seasons of the entire Fortnite lineup was the Mega season. It introduced kinetic blades and stuff like that. And of course, I didn't play it a whole lot because I was in school at the time that it released, but Fortnite OG was also pretty cool, bringing back the Season 1 map as well. So you might be wondering why I put it on here. Well, it's just because it consumed my life. So, yeah. Anyways, my number 4 is going to be Mario RPG. I probably should have put this on a lot higher, but I still haven't finished it. And I think the other games on this list just are so much better. There's so many other games I want to put on here but I didn't play them, unfortunately. So Mario RPG is kind of a shoo-in. It has to be here. It's not a bad game. I honestly don't even think there's any issues with it. It's just higher up or it's lower on the list because other games are a lot better. It's a little short, I guess we'll say, but that's fair because it's a remake. Number 3 is going to be a game you probably forgot came out this year. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Again, another shoehorn in because I didn't play too many games this year. I still haven't finished it, but I got way more into it than I did Mario RPG and Forgotten Land the year prior. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. This was a lot of fun to play, especially those mini games. Man, I grinded those mini games and those achievements so hard. I was addicted to them for quite a while. I was like, I would arrive to work early, just sit in my car and just play the mini game, just to wait to go into work. Yeah, Dreamland Deluxe was great. We may or may not have a series on it in the future. Except this is not an online game, so it requires us to be in person. So, but it's great. I haven't, even though part of the charm of this game is the multiplayer, so I'd love to experience it at some point. All right,
probably this summer.
Maybe we could do that. Number 2, Mario Bros. Wonder. What? The Mario guy has the Mario game at number 2? Crazy.
What the heck?
This game has a lot of issues that I've been simmering on for the last few weeks. The bosses are a notable weird exclusion and failure on my part. On their part, sorry. They are probably some of the worst bosses in the entire series, and there's only 4 of them. The Bowser boss is pretty cool, but it's not really unique. We've seen the hand-face boss multiple times now, and it's a rhythm boss.
Castle with Rayman hands.
Yeah, and we've also seen this almost rhythm-based boss before, except in 3D in Splatoon, which is crazy to compare it to, but the bosses were a fault. The length was almost a fault for me. some of the levels just go by way too quickly, and there's, I think, less levels than Mario U in this one, which is crazy because we thought it was going to be really expansive, especially with seeing World 1's map, and how many levels are in World 1. The rest of the worlds are not as long as World 1, especially if you're a completionist. And then finally, the difficulty. The difficulty was just way too easy. I think that it literally just, it's super easy all the way until the end. It was easy all the way.
Last level, which tore us apart.
Yeah, the last level, it just literally difficulty hits a wall, and a lot of people even say it's not even as hard as Champions Road, which I would beg to differ. It's a little bit harder than that, but the difficulty is just way too low. All right, so you might be wondering what my number 1 is, and this is gonna be a surprise to Highland.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Stop.
Is it Pikmin 4?
Yeah, which one is it?
It's Tears of the Kingdom.
Hey!
As a person that wasn't really jiving with Breath of the Wild, and as a person that never played Zelda before Breath of the Wild, and the only games that I had finished are Link's Awakening and Zelda 1, I bit the bullet and I decided to play this game, and holy hell is this game so much fun. Now, that's not without its faults. I'm realizing that some of the shrines in this game are a lot worse creativity-wise in terms, and there are a lot more duplicates than there are in Breath of the Wild, which was a complaint in Breath of the Wild too, specifically with those fighting challenges. I can't remember what they're called, but so there's a lot of repetition within the shrines, and the solutions to a lot of puzzles are just solved in the easiest ways possible. And it's hard to ride that balance, right? Where it's like, holy crap, they give you everything in the world, but it's so easy to exploit that. And that's unfortunate, because instead of thinking about how I should solve it and fun ways I should do, I ended up just picking the easiest option. You find me flying and duplicating items and doing a lot of things that break the game. Now, that didn't mean I didn't have a whole lot of fun. It just means that it was kind of broken too soon, I guess, if that makes any sense. And it robbed it from what it could become. And what it did become is great, but not as many people are paying attention to it now because of all the exploits that came out beforehand. And if you don't know, people are creating like mechs and crazy shit, and that's what they wanted probably day one, but we didn't get that. And then, of course, the dungeons...
Yeah, the Zonai devices kind of break the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing is the dungeons, right? I was fully expecting the dungeons to be back to their usual form, just with a little bit of Tears of the Kingdom / Breath of the Wild flair. They were just contextualized beasts. And again, they are so much better than the beasts, but if you really break it down, they're just beasts again. And some of them are like, one of them is probably like the worst dungeon in the series, and one of them could be the best dungeon in the series. And it's just so off to me. Again, music is great. Story, a lot of people are been debating on this, but I think that Tears of the Kingdom's story is a lot better than Breath of the Wild's, because the majority of it is present rather than just in memories. There are memories, which is good to have both, but if it's exclusively memories, you're not really doing much in the present day, and that's what I liked about Tears of the Kingdom, and that's why I think the story is better. A lot of people could argue that Breath of the Wild is better because of what Zelda goes through in that game. I also love Ganondorf as well. That last boss battle was insane. I'm not going to spoil it if you still haven't beat it, but and then the last thing as well is just the whole thing with the depths and everything. That was mind-blowing to find out as well. So that is my game of the year. It is not without its faults, but it's just because I did not finish it, or it's just because I did not play very many games this year. So, and again, surprise, 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 the Breath of the Wild sequel is my game of the year, which I probably wouldn't have said in 2017. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to pass the ball over to Reverse Mailman.
Any honorable mentions?
I didn't play many games this year, no.
Yeah, no. I'm not going to have a whole lot. I've struggled to find 5. And two of them were games I didn't even
which
play.
Is crazy
didn't
because
even come out this.
Which is crazy because there were a lot of games that came out this year. I just was playing Fortnite instead, I guess.
I can't really tell you a ton of the games that came out this year. I had to go through the year. Wikipedia kind of saved my life because I couldn't remember anything that came out.
Yeah, like I said, I forgot that Kirby came out this year, so.
Yeah, man. Like, I can tell you a bunch of games that came out previous years, but there are just, I guess a lot of games this year were just kind of forgettable, in my opinion.
Go ahead.
So are we just going straight into my list, or are we gonna talk about your list a little bit more? You pass it off to me. I want to know.
Yep, we are going through our lists first, and then we'll talk about it.
Oh, okay. All right, I see. Okay. Well, my top 5 is pretty much. I haven't played a ton of the games this year either, but But these are exclusively games I have played. I've played enough to make a top 5. And I'm going to start off with a game that came out very recently, actually. Slay the Princess, if you guys have heard of it.
No.
The game is called Slay the Princess.
And once again, Mailman being the one who plays obscure games while we do the mainstream.
What games are you playing, bro?
Yeah, I play some weird games every now and again. But yeah, a friend got me into this one. I've been playing it with him. It's one of those games where you just make choices, and so I don't want to go into the details of what it is because it's a story-based game and the gameplay is just choosing things, but it's really good because you've got this princess that sometimes can be a eldritch monstrosity, and you get to make a lot of moral It's a very morally based game where you got to make good decisions, and it's Stanley Parable-esque where you do a lot of things over and over again and go through a bunch of different routes. It's a really good game. I recommend going into it with as little knowledge as possible.
Okay.
Probably one of the reasons why you wouldn't hear too much about it, but it is really good. The next one, my number 4. This one actually won a Steam Awards for the year. Labyrinthine. I'm sure everyone's heard of that one.
I think I've heard the name.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it to you. It's a co-op horror game where you go through a labyrinth and run from monsters, and it's one of those games where it's really fun to just talk with friends and run through, complete an objective, run away from the scary monster, kind of like Lethal Company in that sense.
I'd say
the vibes are very similar.
I can't even look it up because there's a Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright town called Labyrinthia, and it's not even showing up.
Yeah, you look up Labyrinth, and then you put INE at the end. That's how you spell it. I'd say maybe I'm a little biased in putting this up here because I've got a world record in it for speedrunning, but
I wonder why.
Big fan. Yeah.
Actually, no. Maybe that's actually a fair. Then again, it won a Steam award.
It won a Steam award.
Maybe that is actually impressive.
It's a really good game. I definitely recommend giving it a look. If you're into horror games.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Let me think about it.
Yeah. It's well, if you love Lethal Company, you'll probably like this too. That's what I'll say.
I don't even know what that is.
We need to play that game for sure.
Yeah. Number 3, Pizza Tower.
Whoa.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Now we're getting.
I was
Yeah, we're
waiting
getting
for it.
somewhere.
Someone was gonna say
Yeah,
it.
you
If
guys
it
know
wasn't
what
you,
this game is. It's Pizza Tower. You run it. You go speed. I love the speed. I am a speed devil. I hold the run button. I don't need to hold anything else. I just go forward and I punch the pizza in the face and I do it good. It's awesome. I love it. I'm sad it didn't win best indie game of the year.
I don't even know
in the
what
Game
other
Awards.
indie games came out this year. Like,
I
the
don't
only
even
thing that
remember what
like everyone
did
talked
win.
about was Pizza Tower. That was like it for
Yeah.
a few months during the summer.
Yeah, something else won. I don't even remember what it was.
Maybe is Hi-Fi considered indie or is that Xbox?
No. Was it Dave the Diver that's technically not an indie game?
True, that as well. That was didn't they win too?
That's
they
what
win?
I'm thinking.
Wasn't
I
that wasn't
can't
that like
remember.
why the
hearing
They won
problem?
Dave the
something.
Diver. I don't even know what Dave the Diver is. I've
So
never
Dave the
heard of that game
Diver,
before.
according to the industry, is an indie
Diver?
game, even though it's made by like a third-party developer. Is that what it was? Like
Something like that.
Yeah.
like a Capcom
Yeah, well-
or a Square type of thing.
Yeah. Well, either way, Pizza Tower. Man, I love getting all the secrets in all the levels and going at like super. Lap 2 is the best thing that's ever existed in a video game, like a platformer. I love Lap 2. It is. I am so happy that exists. It brings my heart so much joy. Just that. Just Lap 2.
Yo, parade.
And we finally
Yeah,
get
the
a Wario
music's
game.
so good too. Yeah.
In modern
then-
Yeah,
times.
it's kind of a thing with indie games.
Number 2, guys. This is
What,
the
can
first Zelda game that I have ever beaten before.
Whoa.
I've played a couple of Zelda games, but I've never beaten one before, and I beat Tears of the Kingdom, and you guys did a video on that without me.
Damn.
That's
Well,
all
I
on
didn't.
him, not
I
me.
didn't expect you to play it. I thought it was just even Jet. I knew he was gonna play it, but it was literally us two are the only ones ever talking about it.
Yeah, I beat Ganondorf. It was awesome. I have one big complaint about Tears of the Kingdom, and I also have that complaint about Breath of the Wild, and that is story. I don't like the story. It feels like nothing.
Has a very Dark Souls story with both these games.
Yeah,
You go the entire game and never understand what the hell is going on.
I do want to mention this again, but it's so hard to make a story.
Please don't blame me for that.
It's so hard to make a story with a game that's structured like this, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that they at least tried a little bit more than they did with Breath of the Wild, but it is so hard to make a story with a non-linear game like this. So it's
Yeah.
We'll get there with one of these games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to say,
Unfortunately, you don't have items to hide the story in, like in Dark Souls or Elden
Yeah.
Ring.
yeah, I predicted that Zelda twist happened before I even got the first sage. That
You saved Zelda before you got the first sage?
No, they
No,
realized what the twist was.
I predicted the twist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was not that hard to figure out. I actually, at a point, started questioning maybe the twist is that it's not that twist.
What's even crazier?
I got to that point.
What's even crazier is that they hone in on you that you better watch these memories in order. Whereas in Breath of the Wild, you could watch it out of order, but they're like, as soon as you get that first memory, they're like, go to that cave, go to that thing over there because it's gonna tell you which ones to do in order. And people probably ignored it and saw the thing out of order, and it doesn't make any goddamn sense. And then, if you really wanted to, you could go on top of the dragon, pull the sword before you're intended to, and then find out the twist that way. So
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like Minerva. Whatever her name is, Mineru. Yeah, Mineru. My sister really likes her. I don't.
Oh wait.
Yeah, it's
Never mind.
the King Raru's sister, I think.
Yeah, I sort of blanked out for a minute there and completely forgot who the characters were.
Yeah, that's fair. I would forget Mineru too.
Nah, I thought you were talking about Queen Sonya. I'm like, wait, what? She is a delight. What the hell are you? Oh wait.
Alright, number 1, Mario Wonder!
Whoa!
There it is.
Yeah!
I feel like everyone's list is going to be number 1/number 2 Mario Wonder. It's just a kick up.
Not
Yeah,
me.
dude,
Not
I
him.
love
Mario Wonder's not even on
love
his list.
Mario Wonder. I love
Okay, yes,
the
it
bubble.
is.
I love the bubble power up. I love that I can play Luigi on my own. I don't need someone to play Mario to play Luigi. And I also get to dude, it's
a delight.
It's
That's
awesome.
Wonderful.
I will never forget the end of that Mario Wonder playthrough we had.
Yeah, you're gonna want to see that one. I know you don't
I have
watch our videos.
never
Kylan, but...
popped off as hard as I ever did playing
Oh,
that
we were
Mario
like-
Wonder.
tune in.
I'm so
Yeah,
glad we didn't have
You
face
should watch
cams.
it. I don't know what the video is gonna look like, but oh my gosh, that felt so
You're
good.
hyping-
we
You're
didn't even
hyping it
have.
up. I have to.
We
I
didn't even
got
have
up
face
out
cam.
of my seat and we were like hugging each other.
Yeah,
at, like,
we were
the very
hugging and
end.
crying, and like I punched her in
Yeah.
the face by accident.
It was the best feeling.
Oh man.
And now you know how it felt beating a boss in Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Basically. Oh man.
Yeah,
That's
that's
literally
my
how we
list.
described it. That's
That-
literally the strategy we use. That's literally what we call the strategy we used. We basically, and I quote, Dark Souls did.
Yeah. So that's literally
We
the
got
reason why I
trapped
wanted
unalive, and then basically threw ourselves at it until we won.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the reason
Love
why I
that.
wanted to do it in person, was because like we weren't gonna get that if we played online. Like we needed that
No.
experience. So
Yeah.
That was fun.
I will say the online in Mario Wonder does suck. I don't even want to bother
It's
touching it,
whatever.
honestly.
it's pretty cool if you're playing a single player campaign and it like
Yeah.
it's happening in the background, but like it's nothing crazy.
Yeah,
I feel like I did a pretty good job
I haven't
with,
bothered to look at it just because I've heard like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet online. Like you just turn that on and there's people in the background and your Switch starts dying.
That's
I don't
not
even
what Scarlet
want
and
to. I haven't
Violet's
even
online
checked.
is. It's not even like that. You can make a room with 4 people and that's it. There's no one in the background. They're just allowed to go wherever they want. They're not restricted to be right next to you. So.
Okay.
Anyway,
alright,
this is what I was
yeah.
trying to avoid, the peanut gallery commentary while you're trying to share. So
That's why I've been staying quiet. I've been trying.
Which one of you guys want to go next?
You can go, Hylian.
Okay, I'll go. All right. See, I've got 3 games on my top 5 that nobody's mentioned yet, so this is going to be fun.
Awesome.
All right. So,
Okay, I have a pretty good idea what the other 2 are.
number 5, Metroid Prime Remastered.
Yo.
Very
see-
nice.
See, this is... I played it when I was a kid. I didn't get very far. So when the rumors so many years ago started coming out that, hey, this is going to be a thing, got so excited. Got so excited for the trilogy. We finally got one. And it was like a year and a half or so after Dread. There's these moments I'll hop into Metroid. I don't do it so very often, but like every new release nowadays, I hop into them and I just remember why I love Metroid so much. Like just the thrill of finding like just collectibles, like just constantly improving your abilities and your health. It is so much fun. And Metroid Prime is an absolute amazing experience. And I hate that I have to put it at number 5, but that just shows exactly how many great games
See-
came out this year.
okay, I do want to mention I did play Metroid Prime, but I didn't even scratch the surface, so that's why I didn't even like think about putting it on
That
my
game took over my life when it first came out. Like I waited for the
Yeah.
physical to drop, and then that took 20 hours. Like I sucked at it. Like I spent so much time in like the final couple fights because I just couldn't figure out like what the trick was. But even then, like it's a short game. It's like if you really know what you're doing, I'm sure you can get it done in like sub 5-10 hours. But I didn't. So it took me like 20. It was fantastic. Number 4. I'm gonna get some flack for this.
I'm looking
Super
say-
Mario Bros. Wonder.
Okay, that's fine.
Whoa!
That's
I
understandable.
know.
Only number
Understand-
4? Get out
I-
of here, Huntley.
It's
I-
understandable. I
this-
know why.
This game was fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest 2D Mario fan. I do love a good 2D Mario game, but I honestly prefer the Donkey Kong games, so I'm definitely a little biased in that direction.
Yeah.
However, this game was so fun. They didn't give me a Nabbit amiibo, which made me grumpy. I couldn't play as Nabbit unless I wanted an easy mode. That made me grumpy as well, but
He's
that's
always
just
been
me
easy
loving
mode.
Nabbit. I know, but still. The game is great, really creative. The music kind of sucked. The bosses kind of
Hey,
sucked.
hold on. Not fair enough.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
hey.
There's some good themes, but I don't really remember any of it. That's the problem.
What do
Maybe
you
it's just because
mean?
it's so new. Maybe it's 'cause it's so new and I haven't listened to it. See, I just go to New Super Mario Bros. Wii's World 1-1 theme. When you even start doing that, I'm like, I don't know. It's not sitting with me. I hope it does in the future. Maybe with
Not
future
vibing
playthroughs.
with it.
Yeah, it's like it's fine. It's a good soundtrack, but it's kind of
It's
forgettable.
good, but
Yeah, exactly. And like, I really enjoyed the more challenging levels, like the final test. I beat it less than an hour, but it definitely did test me a bit. Like, I do think, like, Champions Road from Galaxy 2 is a lot harder because just how forgiving it is. Like, you get through a few of the phases, you get a checkpoint, which I don't. If that wasn't a thing, I wouldn't have beat that level.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Wonder-
I don't think
See,
Wonder
the problem is we ran out of lives, so we basically didn't have a
A
checkpoint
lot?
for a while.
I was at like 70 and I got down to I think 20, 25. So it definitely beat me a good bit, and I definitely had to consider like just stepping away. But it was
Yeah.
because of those like, hey, I can get through 3 or 4 sections, I get a checkpoint. It's that like I don't want to restart this level if I quit now.
Yeah.
And thank God I got the flagpole, otherwise my save file would not have been 100% complete.
Did you get the stand?
Speaking of which, I did. I 100% of the entire game
Okay.
without touching the multiplayer, which just shows how much it sucks. All right,
Yeah.
so number 3, Xenoblade Chronicles Future Redeemed.
Yeah,
There
someone's
it
got to
is.
put it. I didn't
Oh
play it.
my
I haven't played
God.
it yet, so it's okay.
I've
is
not touched
so good.
Xenoblade.
I
That is
didn't
so
think I was
good.
gonna touch it this year just because I beat Xenoblade 3 like November, December, so I was just like, probably do not have the mental capacity for another like long RPG. But I woke up like one morning a couple months ago, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna beat it,
Did you?
and I did.
Did
And
you 100% it?
oh god, no.
Oh, okay.
God, no.
I was gonna
I
say,
got
is,
a
but
solid,
is
like,
it
100%ed.
that fun? Because I've heard
It like if I had the
that
time
was the
for it.
first game that they're like, I'm 100%ing this. Like, it is so good.
Mario Wonder, to my knowledge, was the only game. Yeah, I didn't 100% Pikmin. Mario Wonder was the only game I 100% completed this year.
Nice.
But Xenoblade gave me a solid 20, 25 hours. It felt like its own separate campaign. All the fan service, the fanfare was fantastic.
Daddy Rex.
And oh, Daddy Rex. And then just the entire ending was just amazing. Like, I actually like shed a tear at the end of it. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's good. It really ties everything into a nice bow and kind of sets us up for whatever Monolith wants to do next, whether it be Xenoblade 4 where somehow they continue the lore or they try to reboot it. Whatever they do, it was a great send-off.
Yeah.
Number 2 and number 1 hurt me a lot because, of course, they had to give me a new Pikmin game in the year they give me a new Zelda game.
Mhm.
'Cause
I'm waiting for
as much as
the
it-
reveal. I'm scared, actually.
as much as I wanted to do it, you know I can't. Number 2 is Pikmin 4.
Okay.
Okay.
It
Ooh.
hurts. It hurts
You got me there.
because oh my, I couldn't do it to Zelda. I wanted to, but it is Pikmin 2 perfected with the best bits of 1 and 3. The game is fantastic. It is on the easier side, I admit, until you get towards the end. But every aspect of the game, from like past installments, quality of life is like just through the roof. And come on, it's got a dog. So
No!
Zelda doesn't have a dog. Well, it does, but you can't pet it.
It
Can't pet
did.
the dog.
You can feed it steak.
You can, yes, but it'll show you a treasure. But no, Ochi, I was so scared when it got revealed that Ochi was gonna ruin the gameplay. No. I mean, it can make it easy. Like Ice Pikmin, you can kind of just easily kill enemies, but then you don't get to take their body back and produce more Pikmin. Like, there's a nice give and take for every aspect of it. I think my only gripe with it is they got rid of the mission mode. They got rid of Bingo Battle from 3. Like, yeah, the Dandori challenges are fun, but I don't find myself
Olimar
returning
had sex
to them.
with a Pikmin.
Yeah,
that's what I
need you to
thought
tell
at
me-
first, but I
need
found
you to
out
tell
what
me one
Pikmin.
thing.
What's up?
How much more useless are the blue Pikmin?
I mean, there's moments you go underwater. They're definitely blue Pikmin.
They're blue Pikmin.
Apparently,
Yeah,
this
I
game
love-
is like an alternate reality too, because the reason
Yeah,
why
it's-
Olimar looks like a Pikmin is because it's the bad ending of Pikmin 1.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like a reboot. I don't know 100%, but like, just there's so much going on with the story and all that jazz. It's weird. But yeah, the mission mode, like, I don't find myself wanting to come back to the Dandori challenges like I did with the mission mode in Pikmin 3. Like, to this day, once in a while, I'll pop in Pikmin 3 and just try to, like, go for platinum on these challenges because they're so difficult. These missions are as well, but they're not the same. Like, I don't know if it's just the level design is not as fun to look at, but I haven't platinumed them all, which is why I haven't 100% of the game.
Okay.
And getting rid of Bingo Battle from Pikmin 3 was a crime. I can't believe they did that. Fuck you, Miyamoto. Alright.
You ruined the whole game for me. I've been waiting 13 years for Bingo Battle.
Which I almost never played in 3 anyway, because I didn't have people like in person that want to play Pikmin.
Wow.
Yeah. But
So what's your number one? Is it Slay the
Pizza
Princess?
Tower, duh.
my number one is actually Bayonetta Origins.
Oh yeah,
No,
I forgot
no.
about that.
Come on.
None of us played Bayonetta.
I haven't even played 3. But
I haven't played any.
Tears of the Kingdom, in my opinion, expands Breath of the Wild for the better in every way. Yes, the dungeons aren't quite what I want them to be, but they're a hell of a lot better than the Divine Beasts. All the DLC all the DLC equipment and stuff is back from Breath of the Wild. That was like the DLC stuff, the Amiibo stuff. They didn't have to bring all that stuff back, but they did, and you don't have to pay for it this time, which is really nice. The story, I was really hoping they weren't going to do the memories again, so that was quite the disappointment when I saw them back. But I really wish they would have locked them into a sequential order. Like, I don't care where you go, if you find a memory, it just plays the next one you haven't seen. Because it really sucked. Like, I was in a unique situation, because when the game leaked a couple weeks before launch, I did look into it heavily, so I knew the story before I even played it, so I have a different perspective. But it still really sucks that you could find like the last memory if you go towards a certain area right after you get onto the surface. Like, if they want to keep the memories going, which I hope they don't, they need to streamline the structure. So at least if you're going to keep the open world, like, you don't want to like set them to go to like certain places just to advance the story. You have to put some barriers, and I know Nintendo doesn't want to do that.
I forgot to
And as for
mention
the
too. Lightheart
Go for it.
Dark, Spearstone, Demon King.
Yeah. Also, why no more Zelda? Like, yeah, she had a good active role in the past, but come on. You do more with Zelda. Like, make her, like, you go to her, like, she's walking around the world in, like, the next one, and you meet up with her, and she has, like, side quests for you. I don't know. Do something. One final thing I want to touch on before I wrap this up is your point about the shrines and how easy it is to cheat them. And, like, the duplication glitch. Just don't use them. Challenge yourself.
No, I know, but like,
but I get it. Like,
it's so much easier just to go monkey mode instead of.
I know, but it's like you
building
have
a
that
mech.
option there. I get why you want to use it. I used it a couple points when I couldn't find out the solution, and I felt dumb when I went back and looked it up.
Hey, you
But
know what
the thing is,
You know what the
Oh, go ahead.
solution is? Just never learn how to do it. Be like me. Never learn how to do it
Yeah,
in the
that was
first
the thing.
place.
When that glitch came out, I'm like, I'm not gonna give myself the temptation. I'm not looking at it, and I just didn't, because I knew if I knew how to do it, I was gonna get like, let me see if I can make this work.
I think at
But-
the very least, all the shrines in this game I beat on my
I knew
own.
how to.
Breath of
I
the
knew
Wild,
how
I
to
did
do
not.
it.
I didn't know how to do
Yeah.
some of the puzzles. So
That's fair. I mean, there was a couple I had to cheese in Tears of the Kingdom too, and there's like 30 or 40 of those blessing shrines, and like, yes, I get it. A lot of them are accessed in the overworld by doing something special. Some of them are you just wander into, and it sucks.
yeah.
But yeah, Tears of the Kingdom, probably my favorite game of all time. Sorry, Pikmin 4. Any other year, you would have been the winner.
All right. Before we get into Jet's list, I want to make sure that we do mention this because we're not ignorant. I promise. Although this game was content rich, I'm sure there's many games that people wanted us to talk about. Resident Evil, God of War, plenty of other games that people wanted us to talk about. I'll get to
I
them,
probably would have talked
promise.
about God of War if I owned a PS. I probably would have
PS5.
talked about Ragnarok if I had a PS5.
I
haven't been able
so-
to afford up until recently.
Yeah.
I'm never.
By the way, I'm
I,
gonna buy a PS4 soon.
I want to
Nice.
one day,
Ugh.
but as it stands right now, I am not touching Baldur's Gate 3. That game is too long.
Yeah. As a
I'm
Christian,
in
you probably
college.
shouldn't
I
play
don't
that
have
game.
time.
But no, like I said, there's a ton of games that we haven't talked about. This year was so good and content rich. However, that doesn't mean that there weren't a bad side to this year. And again, I want to make sure that the audience knows that we aren't ignorant to the fact that there were a ton of layoffs this year, and that our condolences to those developers. You've crafted such amazing games, so shout out to y'all. You're the real ones that are actually making these games for us to play, and the white people, the people that are in the higher ups in
White
the
collars.
chairs collecting all the cash, they're not doing anything. Fuck
Yep.
Bobby Kotick, which he's gone, thank God. But even like
Preach.
Phil Spencer and all that, like, you guys aren't the face. Like, these developers are the ones actually making these games, and they unfortunately lost their jobs this year. So want to make sure that we're leaving this with, we aren't ignorant. We know it's a thing. So
I don't even know who Bobby Kotick is. I mean, speak for yourself, dude.
it's
I might
You're
be
lucky.
no, Bobby Kotick.
I don't.
As
know
an
him.
Overwatch player, you don't know who Bobby Kotick is? He's the
I-
CEO of Blizzard.
I haven't played Overwatch since Overwatch 2 came out. I legitimately forgot Overwatch 2 came out this year. I'm gonna be real.
He is the CEO of Blizzard, and he is a little women toucher. So let's
I
record
could
you in
really
the
about
bathroom
Overwatch
while
2
you're
for
pregnant.
so
Okay.
long.
That's a
Anyway,
big yikes from
bad
me.
company. Hopefully, Phil
Yeah.
Swift can
No, thank
fix
you.
it.
Just no.
All right, Jet.
So
what's
guys,
your game of
do
the
you
year?
think Overwatch 2 should have won Game of the Year? I mean,
No. Did that come out this year?
No.
no, Overwatch 2 came out.
That's
this
gonna
year.
be a year.
That
journey.
sucks.
No,
That
it's
really
not-
sucks.
Yeah, no. I don't even like Overwatch. Oh boy.
All right, Jet.
Yeah, I had the same problem you did, Jaden, only worse because I'm bad at playing new games anyway. So, aside from the obvious, and my list isn't even in any real order. So, aside from the obvious Tears of the Kingdom and Mario Wonder, which you guys have talked into the ground by now, I played Hollow Knight this year.
Hey,
There you
let's-
go.
There you go.
good for you.
Haven't
Fun.
beaten it yet because it's one of those games that are too damn big and too many shiny things to distract me.
Yeah.
That was my problem with
And,
Shovel Knight, because like I was so focused on collecting as many
Hey,
gems as
Shovel
possible.
Knight.
Yeah, I haven't like even gotten past the first world in Shovel Knight because I kept dying because of the checkpoint thing, and I was like, oh, I gotta break this to get all the things, and it deletes my checkpoint, but oh well, and then I just struggled. So
Yeah, you know, I love Shovel
Shiny.
Knight. It's one of my favorite games. I thought we were talking about Hollow Knight.
no, we are talking about Hollow Knight.
Hollow
I was
Knight.
just talking about shiny destruction.
Oh yeah, dude, I love shiny. I never look for shiny,
It's
but I
not
can't help
in
it.
Hollow
grab
Knight. It's
shiny
even
when I
worse
see it.
because it's very easy to get lost in it too, which is
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
even worse. Like
I'm chronically
Like this one-
lost.
like this. For 1 second, there's this one little bugger that says go do a thing. Okay, can you tell me where that is? No.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I stopped playing it. I got to a certain point, and I'm like, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go.
It's like Elden Ring, Shovel Knight, and I think Skyrim mixed into one awesome game. I really wish I played it when it first came out.
I'm just too proud to look up where to go, so I'm like, I'm just not gonna play it anymore.
Yeah, no, I get to a point.
Yeah, no,
where
I don't
just
look up where to go. I just play until I hit something important.
Yep.
Yeah, look, man, I spent legitimately like a month trying to get through one thing that was actually literally impossible to get through until you get towards the very end of the game. I look things up occasionally.
Honestly, what I wanted to mention earlier is that I have a weird problem that even when I look up how to cheese things, I'm so weirdly bad at the game that I can never do them. And so I actually have to play the game normally. I'm like, this is easier than having to do the thing. What the fuck? A very serious. It was actually a very serious problem I had in Sekiro. I think I actually 100% of that this year, but it's not on this list. But yeah, it's real. A lot of people give Genichiro crap because he's so easy to cheese. Yeah, for the life of me, I could never get the cheese to work. So I had to beat him like a normal person.
Fair.
That sucked. Anyway, aside from the obvious two, almost none of the things I noticed actually came out this year. I'm pretty sure I talked about this last year, but Team Fortress 2 has finally gotten over its bot crisis.
Yeah.
And Team Fortress 2 is just clueless. It's a mess of a game. It's wonderful.
I love it.
Did you play any games that came out this year?
Tears of the Kingdom and Mario Wonder, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which one do you like more?
Well, we'll
Tears of
find
the
out
Kingdom,
later.
obviously.
Find out later,
Oh,
I
what
guess.
the heck, man?
But I
I already mentioned that they're not in order.
Team Fortress is
Why
fair
am I the only one that
because-
likes Mario Wonder more than Tears of the Kingdom?
Because there was issues with Mario Wonder that were bigger
Yeah,
than
there's issues
Tears of
with
the
Tears
Kingdom.
of the Kingdom, as good as it is.
Yeah, honestly, this year I was just playing games that I should have played earlier but didn't, like Monster Hunter and Hollow Knight, Monster Hunter, what else? Fuck, I forgot.
Sekiro.
No, I played Sekiro when it roughly came out. Dropped it for a bit because I couldn't beat that godforsaken spearman, but came back, ran his shit, and then beat the rest of the game.
But I think Team Fortress is fair
and
as
also
well because of the
Borderlands. I played
update.
Borderlands.
Yo.
Team Fortress had like a huge update this year, didn't it?
No, that was a while ago. Not a bunch of events, but not a bunch of... Oh, wait. Nah, Scream Fortress and Swiftness. But, yeah, none of that. Which
Team
reminds me...
Fortress
Did you...
getting a huge update? What kind of world do you live in?
Alright. Well, what would you say is your actual game of the year, though? If none of them are in order.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay.
Tears of the Kingdom. Alright.
Actually, I've only mentioned 4. I can't even come up... I only had 4. I can't even come up with a 5th.
By now, I've lost track, though.
Team Fortress, Hollow Knight, Mario Wonder, Tears of the Kingdom, Monster Hunter.
Now, did I play it this year? Did I play that? Is that a game I played this year? You mentioned Sunbreak, which I did. But crap, was that last year or this year? I don't remember.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii. There you go.
No. Don't want to be lazy about this. Fuck, I don't know.
That's fair. If you didn't play very many
this
games,
video
it's like, I
kinda
don't
snuck up on
blame you.
me.
I don't blame you if you didn't play very many games this year. So it's not terrible that you don't have a list. Did you play the
I had
Pokemon
a list,
DLC?
just not a complete one. What?
The Pokemon DLC? Did you play that? No? Okay.
Yeah, nah.
Fair enough. Alright.
Hang on, did Shining Pearl come out this year?
No, that came
Or
out like
Blush
2
it.
years ago.
Okay, and yeah, no, not that either. God, I have dropped the ball this. God, I'm a mess. But
Yeah,
for the
that's
sake of
fair.
argument, what I did start playing this year was Payday 2.
Hey.
There you go.
You know,
Which
it
is-
came out.
It's the same category as Team
yeah,
Fortress
didn't
2.
Payday
It's an
3 come
old
out?
game that I just love fucking around in.
Yeah, Payday 3
Yeah,
came
It's
out
just a
this year,
shenanigans
so-
game that I really want to play with everybody.
Yeah, Payday 3 came out. I've never played a Payday game, but I own them. I don't have Payday 3 though.
Alright.
We should play that all together.
So, yeah, maybe
Yeah.
on a new series that comes out this year, hopefully. Anyways.
We have a lot of new series geared up.
Yep. Alright, well, I think that's it. Was there anything we wanted... I mean, we kind of already did the freaking peanut gallery. So, was there anything specific that we want to talk about? Games that weren't on this list that are still Game of the Year contenders? Any non-Nintendo
I have an
games?
honorable mention.
What's
So
that?
do I.
So I beat it literally today, and like,
Oh yeah.
A, it doesn't count because I beat it in 2024. B, I wouldn't have put it in my top 5 anyway. Mario RPG is really good.
Yeah, I put it on
It's
here. I didn't
fun.
finish it.
And
But...
I was surprised. Like it's good. It's a short. Like I'm not doing the special boss. I'm not doing anything in the post game. I got like 11 hours out of it. That's fine.
I want to at least
I had a good
do
time with it.
Cool I do not want to even
It's
see
a
the
Mario
remap.
RPG. If you want to listen to me, I sit in the forest.
It's definitely not Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. That is the game I'm looking forward to. Like out of the announced games, I'm looking forward to that the most.
I hope
this
that
year.
gets
I'm looking
canceled.
forward
I hope
to
it's a
playing
joke.
Thousand Year Door for the first time.
It's so good.
I hope it's a joke game. They're like, just kidding, we're remaking Sticker Star.
Arlo would cry so many tears.
I think we played Fall Guys this year actually.
There you go.
Fall Guys. I've never played Fall Guys.
I want to say, can I mention some games that came out this year that I didn't play? That
Go for it.
Master Detective Archives Raincoat. You probably heard me
I've heard
say
that's
a few
good.
times. It's great. You should definitely play it. I love the twist. What else didn't I play this year? Again, I mentioned
Did
RE4
Sonic-
as well.
Did Sonic Die come out this year?
Oh yeah,
It came out on April Fool's Day.
Yeah, Sonic had like 4 different releases this year. Superstars.
Yeah, the DLC, which
DLC,
was awesome.
Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, and Sonic Dream, which is exclusive to Apple Arcade.
Yo.
Which is why I haven't played it yet.
What other games came out? Again, Hi-Fi Rush. I heard that's great as well.
Yeah, honestly, this year has just been... Honestly, it's been more of an anime year for me. 2023 was more of an anime year for me.
It was a Fortnite year for me, so.
Yeah, I'll be more of a gaming year this time.
I also played.
I'm gonna get a PS5 and play games that I should have played years ago.
Yeah.
I want to play Ratchet and Clank and Spider-Man 2 so badly.
Yeah, I
That's
do
all.
too.
I'm waiting to get a 5.
I have it, and I haven't played it yet. I haven't played.
Ratchet
I got
and
my
Clank.
PS5 exactly 1 year ago, and I haven't played any of the PS5 games on it. I've only been playing Fortnite on it.
You're
Oh,
a
and I haven't done-
disgrace.
I know. I'm sorry. I have all the
Imagine
games. I
playing
got Resident Evil 4. I just bought all the Yakuza games. Like I have games.
Well,
I just.
That's
to
why
play
I
them.
don't have a PS5 yet, or like a gaming PC. It's just like I'm so busy with the Switch games, I don't have time to play anything else, and I don't want to
Yeah.
buy it. Just let it like build up dust. Like I wouldn't even play
That's-
Fortnite or anything on it. I'd just be playing my Switch.
That's what this year is for. We're not gonna have very many big releases until the Switch 2. So, and then you could do this. I could flex this again. I can't
2 years
even-
in a row.
I can't even play on it because my Wi-Fi is shit. But okay,
Yeah, you can just show it off.
and I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
show off my case again.
Oh yeah, Phantom Liberty for Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, that too. I forgot.
Oh,
about
there you
that.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. By the way, honorable mention, Lethal Company.
Yeah. Shout out Lethal Company. I need to play.
Yeah,
that.
Hey,
shout
I've
out.
heard of that one.
Yeah.
We love the company. The company.
Yeah, it's a good
We'll
game.
play
But
that
I
some
never,
point
I
on
never
the-
really got to. I haven't gotten too into it yet, just because I'm
That's a
more
crazy
of a labyrinth.
cat.
All right, there's
video.
been Alright, this has been driving me nuts. Hey, Jaden, did you ever, me and Liam actually recorded a Halloween episode for Scream Fortress 2. Did you ever release that? Or were you too busy, dropping freaking...
So, I don't... You guys told me there was a bunch of issues with it. I have it. I just don't know what to do with it. So,
Oh,
that was the first recording. I sent you a second one.
No, it was an hour long or whatever. That's the one I have.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I really don't know what to do with it, and I'm low-key tempted to send it to our editor. It's like, I really don't know what to do with it.
Hey guys, look forward to it. We played TF2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, me and Liam by ourselves.
That.
So yeah, mostly crazy and.
Is there any like
edgy nonsense?
I will be making a 2024 video. I promise it'll come out eventually, for like our update video. But is there any like things that you guys want to do more, particularly with the channel? I personally want to start writing more and doing more videos. I know I said that last year, but something happened last year and I kind of disappeared. I kind of wanted to focus on my mental health.
I think me and Liam should.
This year, I kind of want to just
make
more reviews.
You took a break for your.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I contributed more, but like when it comes to like
it was a great year.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like it was probably one of our better years. We had the most growth we've ever had. We had an amazing trip. Like it wasn't a bad year. It's just I wanted to do more personally. I feel like it was a lot of group stuff, and I want to do more personally, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Hylian's like, I'm taking a bigger step back.
I've got so much stuff going on in life right now that, like, not taking a bigger step back. I'm just staying where I am. And if I can make time for it in the future, absolutely. Like, I had so many plans at the beginning of the year, and I did none of it.
Yeah, I understand.
I did my review.
If
I
life
did my
hits
reviews.
the wall,
I did my appearances. That was about it. I didn't make my, like, special videos. I popped in with Matt for a video. I did your quiz video with the music stuff. But outside of that, it's like... I'm here for the mandatory I'm here for like the predictions. I'm here for the discussions. I'm hyped for.
I'm hoping that, well, again, life can happen, but I'm hoping that your stuff kind of settles on the back end because we do get a Switch 2 this year. We're making like 1 billion videos together, so it's like the return of Fairy Fountain, but not exactly.
So honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But it's like right now, it's like still in the process of like buying a house.
Yeah.
Once that's done, we're done for a bit. I'm taking a breather, and then I got to start wedding planning.
Yeah. So I understand you guys stuff going on. One of those was unexpected. So hopefully we could like make some more videos when Switch 2 comes. But again, barring your life.
But no, I will be here for the Switch 2. I can show up for these podcasts, but I will admit, getting myself to sit down to like record anything other than like 10, 15-minute reviews is definitely challenging for me.
Yeah, that's why I honestly, I recorded 1 series last year. 1. Most of the time I've been streaming because I had time for it, but I recorded 1 series on my own. Other ones were
I feel like me and Liam could stream a lot more.
Mario Wonder, Mario 3D World, and Mario Wii. But I literally recorded Kirby Superstar, and all the other videos that came out this year personally were from last year that I didn't upload. So this year I'm definitely going to come back in. I got big changes going on personally, but once those are resolved, like, I'm content man. So, because we are doing surprisingly well number-wise. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
So
those Mario Let's Plays are killing it.
And if we hop on that Switch 2 train early, like, hopefully...
Oh, we are.
We're going to be... We need to be the new
We are
going
to be all over that freaking console.
I want the popularity of the Switch Force without the controversy.
Thank you. I was going to say, I hate
Or Nintendo Hero. Shout out Nintendo Hero. I like these underrated.
When the system first came out, they were great, and then it was just like, they're all...
It's weird because, like, I was like, who are these guys? And I went back into it, and I'm like... Oh, it's Ghost Robo, or whatever the fuck. Yep. I was like, I haven't seen this guy in years. Like, where did he come from? Because he was in like the Silly Pwns, like Nintendo community. I was like, what? Where this guy come from? And then I think he left. And then it was just what's his face? I don't know.
2017 Switch Force was unstoppable, and then it was just all downhill after that.
Who's the other Nintendo YouTuber that popped off. Not recently, because I was a Nintendo hero. It was Thomas.
I will give you
Switch
my
Stop.
all.
Switch Stop.
Switched up, yeah.
Yeah, they're great as well. They've recently expanded too. So
I
I'm
will
like,
give you
let's get
my
their
all.
popularity when the Switch. Let's just steal that from them. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We want to do more podcasts, but they're just so long. It takes so long to make. So we literally have to have an idea, set aside time. But like, if it's like a review, we can do it on our own. Like, so it's so hard to get the gang together, but it's still fun to make.
That's gonna be
videos,
harder
so.
starting next semester because I'm gonna be doing a bunch of school shit.
Yeah, I'm in school too.
Oh
so
boy.
it'll be fun. We'll
Yo,
have a good year.
yo.
So thank you guys for watching.
It'll be mostly
What's that? Mostly what? It'll be mostly what?
Oh, my Wi-Fi went out.
It'll be mostly
That
what?
is all kinds of not good.
It'll be mostly what?
Mostly what?
All right. Shout out Discord. You should join the link in the description below. Join our Discord if you want to join the conversation.
Subscribe.
Join our Patreon if you want to help us out in this incredible new year to be able to make us do fun stuff for videos, i.e. Switch 2, conventions, whatever happens this year. All the proceeds from the Patreon goes directly back into making videos. So if you can, we can support us at the $1 tier. If not, just join the Discord. That's enough support for me. And yeah, we will see you guys at some point, sometime. Mario Wonder's going on, so watch that.
Yeah.
Adios.
Adios.
Look out for the
See you
super
guys
late
next time.
Halloween episode with me and Leah.
Yay!